Hello everyone, my name is Pacifico Oyani. I am Section B and my course is Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. My project title is Growfico. It is an agricultural and sustainability platform. It is a comprehensive agricultural and sustainability platform designed to connect users with tools, products, and services. It aims to democratize sustainability agriculture by providing an integrated ecosystem to quality planting solutions, professional support, organic inputs, and expert lead education. Now, let's dive into the project structure. Now, this is my project structure. I have here my important files and together with the config files. Uh, in this folder, or it includes the packages and frameworks. All the configuration about security. Here you will input all the endpoints that you need to protect or it requires login in order for the user to proceed. Then also I have here the Stripe configuration. This is a third party services. Also the OAuth, the paginator, API platform, and etc. Then also we have migrations. This folder contains all the migration for the database. Then also we have public. This folder I store all my assets, images, and together with the styling or the CSS. Even though I'm using a Tailwind, but some of the features is limited, so I need to customize it using vanilla CSS. And also we have a src file for the controller, entity, data fixture, security, serializer, service, and more. We also have templates. Uh, this is or this folder is responsible for the front end of my application, which in my case I'm using Tailwind plus Alpine JS. Then for rendering, I use only Twig. Then also I have here my ANV file, which uh, includes the configuration of my MySQL. This is only for local configuration. Then also I have here my Redis. This is for the WebSocket caching and rate limiting. And also I have here my um, database URL, JWT, and so on. But this ANV file doesn't, if you can see, doesn't uh, contains the real credentials because for the sake of security, I created nv.local, which is or which stores my credentials. And also, I have here my ANV example. Uh, this file contains the variables and only the placeholder of the uh, variable. Like this case, if you have this variable, it says that you need to input here your actual root password. This is for developer and other user that wants to visit the configurations. Then also, I have here the Docker file, Docker Compose, entry point, Nginx configuration. These files is responsible for the deployment. Let's start with Docker. In my Docker, I only have one service, the app, since this is only the service that we need to uh, build, since the MySQL and PHP is uh, built in on the railway. So we only want them to link in our app, and the only image or container that we will gonna be building is the app service. Then the health check, and also we have here the Docker file. Or this file contains the actual or the uh, building process and installation of the needed packages like Composer. We have here the installation of Composer, and also the uh, building process of the container, and proceeding to the expose port, which is in this case I'm using 80. Then to the entry point, which is the entry point sh. This file contains the needed uh, PHP command in order for our data to be uh, seed to the MySQL service that we have created on our railway. So I included here my migrations command, the key pair, the gwt lexic command, also the fixtures load, and so on. Then we also have our Nginx configuration, which is uh, responsible uh, for our deployment, which is it contains the like the security of the headers, the listening ports, and the entry point, which is the index.php. Like we are like we have seen in this file. Then now let's move on to the GitHub repository. So in my case, I have two repository in this project, but I only use the second one since uh, uh, here I will show you. This is my original repository where all the files are configured in local state. So I have here also my documentation provided with a screenshot with table of contents, the about, and other details like features, security, and also I have here the documentation of how you test your API. Like in Postman, you will uh, send a post request with the URL 127.0.0 dot colon 00127.0.0.1 colon 8000 slash API login. Then the body you will send uh, something like this format, or you will check the data fixture for the specific details. Then it will send you this response, like you can get a key from token, then also the user credentials. Then same as with the registration, and I provided also here the uh, example endpoints that you can test using your Postman. And also, if you don't have your Postman, you can also test it using your curl. You can download your curl and run this command. And also, I have here the requirements or prerequisites and user guide on how to clone this application. And also, I have here the uh, instruction on how to run the microservices. These microservices used for the real-time communication or real-time chat app, then also for real-time notification, because this uh, microservices contains a Go language, which is uh, very fast language when it comes to uh, speed. Then also I use it as a microservices and put here the WebSocket. So therefore, I can get a very fast um, chat and notification feature. Then also, I have included here the project structure. This is the full project structure, and also the testing, how you test the application. Then um, now let's proceed on I how I deploy my application. In my case, I'm using Railway, and uh, in this environment, I created my GitHub repository, which is to linked to my deployment repository, which is this one. The other repository is for local. There you can see all the commit history, and in this repository, all commit history you can see is only for the deployment. Um, I I make like this approach to ensure or to track where are the errors and how I fix the errors for the um, for me able to uh, see where I did wrong, then I fix it in the future if I will deploy again another application. So to proceed, this is my repository. I link to the railway. If you can see here in the settings, this is the GitHub repository, which is the same with this repository. So now um, I've set the port to 80 since the Nginx configuration is exposed, or I use only the port 80. Then if you run this or click this URL, then you will be uh, navigate to my website. Then aside from that, I also configure my MySQL here by right clicking the environment and choose the database. Then here you can choose the MySQL. And in this project, this is my MySQL, which is I connected it to the app or the repository. Then as we can see in the variable here, we will look for the MySQL URL, which is this, that it corresponds to the URL here in the MySQL, like this. Then also, if you can see, I also have another repository, and Redis database. This repository is also linked to the same repository. If you can see here, like with the deployment, it is the same repository, but I changed the entry point or the root directory to microservices chart, which is corresponds to uh, this directory, which is or where we can access the main.go file, which contains our WebSocket and um, other uh, Go language configuration for real time. Then after I created this root directory, I also uh, configure the Redis database. This database is responsible for the storing the the caches, and also the um, rate limiter. So after I configure all of this, um, after all of this configuration, let's now proceed to the actual application. So let's close this one. Then let's go back to deployment, and in under networking, let's click the link. And after that, we will be navigating to our home page with all of the then services. And now let's log in. By the way, I also have a AI integration here, like this AI implementation contains a RAG implementation with Gemini. So here, if you will ask the most asked question, then it will answer. And if you will ask a question that is not stored in the database, then it will pull answer to the Gemini as fallback. This answer is the bot is adding the first number to the second operand. So it comes with this answer. So now let's proceed to the uh, dashboard. Let's log into our account, and this this is the actual or the dashboard. Now let's proceed to the CRUD operation. Here we can see the newly added customer or user. Then let's create a product. Then product, let's add example. So we want this product to appear in the first or the latest. So we need to add A, and it is alphabetical. So we will put stuff here, then here, then and save the product. And after that, the product is created. Now let's edit this product. Let's put here the edit, and let's say it is 7.9, then save. And now our product is updated. And also we can delete this product to fulfill the, and the product is now vanished or deleted. And in reflection, I have encountered many challenges in deploying the application, since my application is or have a complete very um, uh, since my configuration is very complex, I have a challenges encountered in deployment and also on the uh, fixing errors, like um, trial and errors. Then how I solve the deployment problems, by going to the uh, Docker website, or the I also use Stack Overflow. And if the error is not appear there, I also use a AI assistant like Gemini to assist me, or I ask the AI on what is the appropriate approach on how can I fix the error, and it suggested the configuration. Therefore, I managed to fix the errors. But some errors are not in the code but in the configuration. Like in this case, I have many configuration errors in the Redis, because or the other repository, since I will need to go to this directory and access the Go language. So I need to declare the root and run go run main.go. So that is very complex, and I I took it as a challenge. Then after all of that, I learned lessons that um, it is uh, very frustrating, but after you fix all the errors and if you successfully deploy your application, it is um, more rewarding, and you will get very happy after you can see the your application that all features are working, and you deploy it on the uh, cloud or the web successfully. And I think that's all for this video. Thank you.